What's going on, car family? I'm Ben Wayne, and thank you for joining me in another video. Today we're here to take a look at the 2024 Nissan Ariya. Now, we took an in-depth look at this vehicle last year, and this one's pretty much the same, so we'll just make this a brief overview as to what this is. So this is a fully electric SUV slash crossover from Nissan, who isn't new to fully electric vehicles, right? They've had the Leaf out for what seems like forever, and I think they know what they're doing in terms of, creating electric vehicles. So this one is roughly the same size as the Rogue, and you're looking at 289 miles of range, right? So that's going to get you pretty much to anywhere you need to go. Now it can go from 20% to 80% charging in about 40 minutes using a fast charger. And then, of course, it's powered by a liquid cooled 87 kilowatt hour battery. In addition, this is front wheel drive, so we do have a motor that's providing around 221 horsepower and 238 pound-feet of torque, giving you a 0 to 60 time around the 7-second range. All right, so those are the important specs that a lot of people ask for. I'm just telling you those specs right off the bat from Jump Street. So 289 miles of range, 20% to 80% charge in about 40 minutes, and an 87 kilowatt hour liquid cooled battery. Okay, so in terms of design, this thing, it kind of reminds me of the Mercedes-Benz GLE Coupe with the, teardrop roofline and just the overall, egg slash jelly bean shape. But it does have, its own unique character to it. Starting up front, we do have these thin LED multi-beam headlamps up front. Of course, we have a false grille. This is an EV. But you do have aerodynamic slits to provide, laminar flow. So those aerodynamic curtains are going to provide laminar flow, channeling air into the front and then going through the car as well. So that's pretty trick. Overall, from the front, especially with the daytime running lamps, this thing does look futuristic and it does grab people's attention, right? The side profile, again, kind of has that arched bow shape for the roof line, right? Nothing new there. You do have gloss black side view mirrors and wheel arches and large 19-inch wheels on this particular model. You're also looking at about 6.7 inches of ground clearance for those of you who are curious. Not that you're going to take this front wheel drive EV off-roading or anything, but I just want to give you an idea of what the height is like. Now, taking a look at the rear, of course, you have LED lamps. You have a roof spoiler, which has a little bit of a unique accent to it as well, provides some flair to the vehicle, and gloss black accents. Open up the rear compartment, you're looking at a roughly 22 cubic feet of storage back there, so it does have that daily usability. Overall, the ride quality, as many EVs out there on the market are, this one's relatively silent. Now, I will say that this one does not have that loud whirring noise that a lot of EVs on the market have, which is a good thing. You don't feel like you're driving a microwave down the street due to noises coming from the electric motor. That's one of the worst aspects of some of the other EVs out there, in my opinion. But overall, the ride is silky smooth, especially to be on large 19-inch wheels. It just absorbs, any bumps or imperfections in the road with ease. So it's a nice and silky smooth ride. Overall handling, when you're driving aggressively or turning fast, you don't feel a ton of body roll. That's partly probably thanks to the position the battery's been placed in. Of course, the battery's placed as low as possible to help with that CG. But, you really feel like you're in control. It doesn't feel like it's going to tip over on you. A lot of these EVs out here are extremely heavy. This one doesn't feel heavy, even though I'm sure it is. But the sense of control you have behind the wheel, it feels good. It feels really nice to drive. And again, on top of that, it's just a quiet environment to be in. That's one of the most important factors to me when it comes to reviewing a lot of these cars, is a vehicle that's able to just block out that exterior noise. You ever had a day at work that was so long and hard that you just want to ride home in silence? This is a vehicle that you could do that in, right? Now, coming to the interior, of course, we have large displays here. We have wireless Apple CarPlay, and then a TFT screen for the instrument cluster as well. We have a large and vibrant head-up display system that gives you all sorts of warnings and alerts. You have the rear cross traffic assist, and then, the blind spot monitoring system as well. And it even tells you, to keep your eyes on the road. If your eyes just veer off a little bit, it's really sensitive. It will remind you to keep your eyes looking forward. So there's a lot of tech in here. I'm sure that could be adjusted, but I just wanted to let you guys know that this car is packed with tech. I do like the finish in this vehicle. The different colors, the color palette is really nice. The first one we reviewed, I believe, was a deep blue. This one's done in gray, and then the interior, I like this off-white / cream with the gold accents going throughout. We have this minimalist design that you see in a lot of, modern EVs or modern vehicles in general, right? Again, the Apple CarPlay integrates extremely well with this vehicle, but you do have, a volume knob. I'm glad that they kept the volume knob, so not everything is reliant on the touchscreen. Now, you do have some haptic controls for your air conditioning system. Now, it does give you some feedback when you hit the right spot, but again, they're smooth. You can't feel an individual button while driving this vehicle, so you do have to look at where you're pointing. To me, I kind of like the traditional, analog buttons. I can feel them as I'm driving. I don't have to take my eyes off the road. Maybe it's something you get used to as you own this vehicle, but I just wanted to point that out. Coming lower, we do have a tray that pops in and out. So if I hit the open button, it will pop out. And then if I hit the close button, it goes back in. That's pretty neat. This whole center console also moves forward and backward, so it's fully adjustable as well. Seats are relatively comfortable. Um, you can easily drive this all 289 miles and be quite comfortable, so I will point that out. So it does feel nice, right? The seats do feel nice, and then they look nice in this vehicle as well. They do have a good look to them. Now, we do have a huge panoramic roof showering us with a lot of natural light, and of course, coming over to the door panels, they're done in the same accents as the dash. You do have some LED lights scattered everywhere throughout the cabin. That's a nice touch. And then all 4 windows are controlled here as well. So you got buttons for your windows and then storage on the bottom of the door, again with those illuminated accents throughout the vehicle. Let me lay into the throttle. So it's just a nice, gradual, smooth acceleration there. It's not slow whatsoever because you have that instantaneous torque that EVs provide. So you're more than adequately satisfied with the performance capability of this vehicle. Now, you do have 3 driving modes. You do have Sport, Comfort, and Eco. I'll keep it in Sport and just lay into it. So it's not the quickest EV out there, but the acceleration still is brisk. You still feel that acceleration, and it's just nice and smooth. You lay into the throttle, and it just sails away. All right, so it's nice and responsive. Now, coming towards the back, again, you're getting the same accents that you have up front. Of course, you're getting more opportunity to take advantage of that panoramic roof. And then again, the seats are finished in the same exact trim back there as well. So overall, this is a nice package. Now this one, this base price is around $47,000 as shown. This one is about $50,000. So it's not the most expensive EV SUV out there. These EVs that people are buying to save on gas are astronomically expensive. Astronomically expensive. This is not one of those. So coming in at $47,000, it's not the worst out there, especially in terms of fit and finish. And again, Nissan has been in the EV game for quite some time. I just love the coasting in this, just the smooth acceleration. So you guys, I know this was a short one, but let me know what you think in the comments about this vehicle. Is the Nissan Ariya something that you would consider? What do you think about the looks? I'm impressed with the handling more so than the looks. I like how it's so peaceful and tranquil in the cabin. And again, the car doesn't sound like a microwave, even though it's a front wheel drive EV, right? So that's something they definitely got right. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And until next time, I'm Ben Wayne, the automotive reviewer that YouTube deserves. I'll catch you guys in the next one.